Welcome, racquetball fans. We're live here from Monterrey, Mexico at El Pino Chipinque. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me today this morning for our first quarterfinal of the day is Jessica Parrilla. Welcome, Jessica.
Hi, how are you? I'm very happy to be here in Monterrey in this great WRT tournament, and I'm happy that this time they make Women's Open.
Yes.
So I'm playing too, and we are enjoying a great matches yesterday, and I hope the quarterfinals today will be great too, no?
Yes, we've had a really tough draw here in Monterrey. For those of you at home that want to check it out, you can go to bit.ly/MTY 2015 and check out who these guys had to battle to get here, because they took out #1 Jake Bredenbeck and #2 David Bobby Horn. So what this means is we have a potential first-time champion here at the Monterrey Open. Anthony Herrera is the only American, and he's the only WRT player in the quarterfinals who's ever won a championship. So we can crown a new champion here this weekend, which is really exciting, I think, for the players.
Yeah, that's very exciting, and I think the players are, they need to enjoy this opportunity and take the time to realize this big opportunity for win this WRT, and we will see who is going to be the next champion in this tournament.
All right, let's take it down to the court now, where the players are getting ready. Our first quarterfinal here today features Andre Parrilla and Nicolai Miramontes. So it'll be a very, very interesting quarterfinal here today. In fact, Nicolai Miramontes upset Felipe Munoz yesterday, as we were talking about the really tough draw. Nicolai seeded 11 here this weekend, upset #6 Felipe Munoz in a pretty tense tiebreaker. He lost the first game 9-15, came back to win the second 15-13, and won in the tiebreaker 11-8. Now, Jessica, I don't know if you'll be partial, because we're watching your brother play, and I talk about all the time on the broadcast the racquetball family that Andre comes from. Andre has been performing really well on the WRT over the last year. He's made several quarterfinals. He's become a consistent quarterfinalist. He's now a consistent semifinalist as well. So it'll be really fun to see the dynamic here between the two of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good match, and I mean he's training hard. He's traveling a lot. We almost don't see him at home. He's just like, hey, I came back, and he's like 1-2 days, and
he's gone again.
Yeah, I go out again. I have other tournaments, so he's excited and he's enjoying to play the WRT tour. So and he's training hard, you know, and he's training every day, a few hours. So let's see what happens in this match. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, there he goes, Andre Parrilla with the first side out. And Nicolai Miramontes, you gotta watch for him. He gets to a lot of balls. Yesterday, he was hitting the floor a lot.
Yeah, he was fast.
Nice get from Nicolai. Big skip there from Nicolai gives Parrilla another point.
Yeah, you know, that serve, sometimes you look, the serve, it comes easy, but it's a trump, you know? And the course looks kind of slowly. Maybe it's for the ball, or I don't know, but all the players was talking about that they feel the course is slow.
Ooh, nice shot selection there from Miramontes. Yeah, I know the players were also talking about some of the trouble there with the side glass, especially the light changes. You know, right now we have a lot of sunlight coming into that glass, but later at night it gets really dark up against the glass. And that Gearbox black ball, which is the official ball of the WRT, kind of gets lost there in the glass too.
No, also with the weather we have now, this is a very cold weather.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
tough to get warm for getting to the court and feel ready for play. So you think this is going to be a tiebreaker or not?
It's a tricky situation here because Nikolai, he gives players a run for their money. He's gone to breaker the last couple events that he's been at. Look at that get from Miramontes.
He's fast. I hope they don't go to the tiebreaker, you know. He's my brother, so I hope he make it.
Well, if they do go to breaker, it would be very exciting. So at least it would be entertaining for the people watching.
Nice.
Ooh. Yeah, big swing from Parrilla there in the back of the court. Nice get from Nikolai. Ooh.
Oh, he almost got that.
Yeah, incredible hustle from Miramontes. I don't know how you get up and get back up to the front of the court like that. Like, how do you train for that, you know?
Yeah.
Oof.
Nice.
Nice shot from Nikolai Miramontes. That's been one of the really entertaining things to watch when you have a tough draw like we did here this weekend is you got all the players leaving it all out there on the court. I mean, yesterday, Jake Bredenbeck diving all over the floor too. It's just super competitive here this weekend. For those of you at home that want to check out the draw, go to bit.ly/NTY2015.
Nice pass.
Looks like Andre's bringing some style here this weekend too. He looks like he just got his hair all cut up for the last two events here at the WRT.
He get the new cut hair. He wants to feel glamorous like his sister.
Yeah. It's hard, you know. You set a high bar.
Yeah.
Wow, big step there from Miramontes.
The score is 5-2.
I think so. I'm having trouble hearing the
Yeah.
ref.
2-7. The score right now is 2-7.
Got a second serve.
Nice.
Looks like they'll replay that. Some nice swings from both players from back in the court. Now, do you and Andre ever train together when you're home at the same time?
Yeah, we train together
All the time?
all the time, every day. And um, I don't know, like 5 years ago, I always beat him, but now I just can't do it.
Yeah, he's really developed a lot, even just in the last year that I've been watching him on the WRT. And you know, he's such a pleasure on and off the court. He's really sweet. He's very respectful. And on the court, he's a really fierce competitor, but he's still respectful. Good sportsmanship
Yeah,
from Andre.
he's kind of good guy, and I think he's more quiet out of the court. And the court sometimes he get crazy.
Yeah.
Because in home it's quiet. He don't like to party. He's so calm.
And on the court, he can kind of let it out a little more.
Yeah, on the court we know the real Andre.
Well, I think Andre has a great opportunity here this weekend. I know I mentioned before he has become more of a consistent semi-finalist. He made his first final in Colombia. And I know he's hungry for his first title. So it's a great opportunity here for a lot of the players who made it into the quarterfinals to win their first potential WRT championship.
Yeah, but on the other quarter, I think they are the Mexican players. You know, there is.
That's right. The next quarter coming up at 11 is Jordi
Alonso and
Edson
Martinez. So they are from San Luis Potosí too, and they play a lot on the tournaments. Jordi also trained with us in La Loma, so they know each other very, very well for play. So the other quarter is gonna be so good too.
Yeah.
And I hope the semifinal I can see it, Andre against Jordi. So
San Luis versus
yeah,
San
it
Luis.
will be a good match, and both are from San Luis and they train together. So, but first this match. First this
we
match.
gotta get through the first
Please, brother,
quarterfinal
do it.
here. Yeah, and actually Andre is the highest seed in the quarterfinals here today as number 3. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and take a timeout. We'll be right back with more from Andre Parrilla and Nicolai Miramontes after this. And we're back live here in our first quarterfinal of the 2015 Monterrey Open. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and Jessica Parrilla is joining me on the microphone today. Welcome, Jessica.
Yeah, we are here with cold.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly in Monterrey. I remember last year it was cold too. The Altino Chipinque is a beautiful facility, but it's kind of like indoor-outdoor.
Yeah.
And so we never get much sunshine in here. So you're kind of just stuck with the cold and the shade, but it's a beautiful city. I mean, the views from all over the club are just incredible.
Yeah, we are kind of high,
Yes,
in high
we're very
situation
high.
and very cold. But we are here enjoying these matches and trying to get warm from play and for seed and everything. Yesterday night was so cold
Yeah,
too.
it was really cold. But man, these guys played a lot of matches yesterday. We saw some really incredible singles, and then they still had to play doubles too.
Oh, yeah.
They were playing until about 11 p.m. last night.
I think Andres coming back with the dry serve. He started the match serving gloves and now he's changing to dry serve. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's one of Andre's biggest weapons is not only his shot selection, but his ability to switch up the drive. He has a really strong D serve and a great drive serve as well.
Yeah, and he loves to do changes in the court when he's playing, like
Throw off his opponent and kind of keep him on their toes.
And he hitting the ball hard, and then he's like slowly, and he changed the movements. Kind of weird, like the coach, my dad.
Just out of reach there for Andre. Yeah, that's one thing that's always interesting to note. I see when Andre comes off the court a lot of times, he's usually on the phone with your father, Fabian, and getting his coaching tips. And yeah, nice to see that sort of unity amongst your racquetball family.
We're always watching the matches at home and internet, and my dad is so mad at home, like, oh, he has to do this, now do this.
Then he's calling and texting,
Yeah,
right?
hand him a WhatsApp, please. Ooh. Skip ball. Nice.
Yeah, nice return there from Andre. Those of you watching at home, you see Andre looking off the court. He's definitely looking at his coach and father, Fabian, in the corner.
Also, my mom, she just arrived from San Luis, and she was nervous. 1 hour ago, she was sending me a message like, this bus didn't arrive in Monterrey. Maybe I don't get to the match.
She didn't want to miss the match.
Yeah. Nice pass. All
right, looks like Nicolai Miramontes is going to take a break. See if he can break up Parrilla's rhythm a little bit. We'll be right back with more of Parrilla versus Nicolai Miramontes. And we're back live in Monterrey at El Pino Chipinque. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and Jessica Parrilla is here with me on the mic. We're watching Andre Parrilla and Nicolai Miramontes. Parrilla looking really strong so far in game one, leading now 12-4.
I think he's calm in this match. He's taking his shots, he's taking the time for serving, and that helps a lot always. Do his own ritual after to serve. I'm thinking every shot, so.
And it looks like he's really getting under Miramontes' skin. Like,
yeah.
Nicolai looks pretty frustrated right now. I don't know if it's more with himself or with Andre, but.
Kind of both, maybe.
Yeah, kind of in his head. There's a hinder, so it looks like we're going to replay the point.
It's 14-4.
This is a good position now for Andre Parrilla. First game point for Andre. And there it is. Andre Parrilla winning game one, 15-4. Great play by both players. Interesting to see how they'll come back out here on the court. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break in between these games. We'll be right back with more from Andre Parrilla and Nicolai Miramontes in just a minute.
Hey everybody, Anthony with Gearbox. Have you ever wondered when or why you should get your racket restrung? What signs to look for? Well, I'm here to shed some light on those questions. First, we need to talk about the function of a good string bed. The main purpose of the string is to stretch upon the impact of the ball, then snap back in a consistent manner. This is called the string's resiliency. Basically, a higher resiliency means you decrease the amount of mishits, and we all could use a little bit of that. Now that we know the function of a good string, we can talk about why you should restring your racket. This will involve three major points: string breakdown, tension, and notching. Number one, string is primarily composed of plastic. Plastic is susceptible to a process called creeping. Creeping is the breakdown over time due to overuse and exposure to UV rays. Inside the string, there is moisture and oils. In the creeping process, those get lost and string becomes dry and brittle. The second focus is on string tension. You might not realize it, but string immediately loses its tension once it's played with. It will relax to a much lower tension after the first game of play. So if you're one of those people that like it tight, you better get your racket restrung regularly. Third, after repeated hitting, string will have an effect called notching. Notching is when the string makes a notch or a groove at the cross point of two strings. When you have these notches in the string does not stretch and snap back efficiently. Lastly, you probably want to know how often you should get your racket restrung. The Gearbox general rule of thumb is to restring your racket the same number of times you play a week. So if you play about 3 times a week, we suggest you restring your racket about 3 times a year. If you have any questions about string, what type to use, different levels of tension, or general questions about our products, feel free to call one of our specialists or shoot us an email and we'll gladly help. That's all for now. Time for me to go restring my racket.
We're back live in our first quarterfinal of the Monterrey Open, where we have Andre Parrilla winning Game 1, 15-4 over Nicolai Miramontes. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me this morning is Jessica Parrilla. Welcome, Jessica. Thank you. How's it been so far? What's it like watching your brother live?
Yeah, I always enjoy watching him and cheering him. I love to cheer on people generally, but more on my brother. But I think he's getting the control in this match. I hope he keep doing that on this second set, because it's tough. You know, sometimes you start very well and then you're going down, and it's tough to keep
stay
on
consistent.
Yeah, stay consistent and keep on the same level all the match. And it's more tough when you are playing with good players, because they always want to come back.
Yeah, you can never underestimate your opponent,
Of
right?
course. So I hope he can keep consistent and make the match how he's doing right now, and with calm and thinking every shot. He's watching his opponent every time he's taking a shot. So
Look at that get.
nice get.
Nicolai Miramontes gets to so many balls. He dives all over the court, and then he's back up. He could be in the back of the court. He's back up in the front of the court. Like, we got to talk to him and find out what he does to train for that. Yeah, really great shot selection right now from Andre. Yeah, he's definitely in control now, 5-0. Miramontes feeling that and taking the timeout, seeing if he can throw Andre off his rhythm. We'll be right back with more of our first quarterfinal here in just a few moments. And we're back live with Andre Parrilla leading Game 2 now, 5-0 against Nicolai. Looks like that side out, you know, got Nicolai what he wanted, which was putting him back in the service box, and now he's opportunity to score some points.
You know, always they say that the probabilities when you had a timeout and you come back to the court, you're gonna make the point or the side out. Always you had the timeout.
Higher chance.
Yeah. It's a higher chance to came back when you get the timeout. So
that's what I find interesting. Some players have a different strategy. I've seen some players, like, for example, Jaime Martel, he tends to call a timeout once he gets into the service box, which I know it's probably a strategy, but I feel like can break the momentum sometimes that you just gained going into the service box.
Yeah, and it looks like Andrew's using the pass core and then he taking the pinch. So maybe he's moving and trying to put out on the center for take the shot on the corners.
Nice get.
Again. Now he's taking the shot. Oof. I hate when he do that.
Yeah, he's looking really comfortable out there, and he keeps getting back to the center of the court and really just controlling this. I think Nikolai's having some trouble reading Parrilla.
Nice serve.
And there's another point for Nikolai Miramontes.
Yeah, Andrew's a very controlled player. You know, it's tough to read what shot he's gonna take, and he always changes the shot when you're gonna take the corner or you're gonna take the pass. He decides to change.
Just
So
when
now
you think you can read him, he changes.
Yeah. Also with the serve, when he takes the glove, sometimes you're going to the right and he's taking to the left,
And then we have Nikolai Miramontes, a powerful player, kind of goes for it 100% all the time.
Nice.
What a slice, yeah.
Nice. I teach him how to do that. Yeah.
All those times on the court training together, huh?
Yeah.
You taught him those things.
I remember when Andre started to play, he has 5 years old. The racket looks bigger than him. And he used to cry a lot. It was so funny because we was outside of the court and he was waiting for receive the serve with the racket up and crying, just looking from the back with his movements like, and the ref, time. It was so funny. Now he's
learned to control those emotions,
yeah,
right?
now he controlled perfect that. And he's a man right now. Well, he's trying to be a man, maybe.
Still young.
He's still
ripe
young.
19. Yeah, Miramontes really starting to battle back now and take his power kind of taking a toll a bit on Andre as he closes that gap.
Yeah. I think he's changing the serve again. He touched the ceiling. You know, that serve always looks like it come easy, but it's tough to get the serve, and it's tough to put in trouble the opponent with that serve.
Ooh, and an ace for Nikolai.
Yeah, Andrew was winning 5-0, and now it's 6-5. So when he had a timeout, Nikolai.
Yeah, Nikolai called that timeout.
The timeout, it helped him a lot for him back and go back onto the match with the score. So now it's 5-6.
It's amazing how that momentum can change just from that break, and
Yeah,
he's right back in it.
That's where I'm saying, like, when you take the timeout, it can help you a lot. Or he should take that shot and make it him.
Yeah, he gave Nikolai too many options there.
Yeah. Take it. That's it. Now I feel like I need to cheer on Andre.
Yeah. He needs some vocals here and some support. It's funny, we have on the left side of the court here, we have the Parrilla family.
And the ball is
The ball's broken. On the right side of the court, we have the Miramontes family. So we have fathers there coaching their sons from either side of the court.
Yeah.
Now, coming up after this, we do have many more quarterfinals, as this is only the first one of the day. We have Jordi Alonso, who's warming up here on the sidelines. He will be playing against Edson Martinez, both players from San Luis. That'll be a really exciting quarterfinal. At 12 p.m., we'll have Anthony Herrera, the only American in the quarterfinals here at the Monterrey Open and the only one who's ever won a WRT championship. He will be playing against Jaime Martel at 12 p.m. today. And our last quarterfinal of the day at 1 p.m. will feature Christian Longoria, also from San Luis, versus Rodrigo Montoya. So some super, super interesting matches coming up here today at the Monterrey Open.
Yeah, one of the quarterfinals is going to be very interesting. I want to see it, that Christian Longoria against Rodrigo Montoya. You know, both, they just came from the World Championship Juniors and both win on different age. Christian, yeah,
16 and under for Christian.
Yeah, and Rodrigo on 18 and under, he beat Andre Parrilla on the World Junior. So it's going to be a good one. Let's see who's going to win.
We had a nice turnout of junior world participants. We had Rodrigo Montoya, who's the current 18 and under singles and doubles champion. Christian Longoria, the world champion in 16 and under singles and doubles. Gerardo Franco, who is the world champion in doubles 16 and under. Your brother Andre Parrilla placing second place in the 18 and under. Juan Francisco Cueva.
And champion in doubles.
And champion in doubles. And two Ecuadorians, Juan Francisco Cueva, who won the bronze medal in doubles 16 and under, and Christian Chavez. So six young, fresh players who were in Junior Worlds, most of them winning, 5 out of 6 of them medaled players.
Yeah, and they are in quarterfinals, so that's very good.
Absolutely.
I think Andre has a lot of side outs and he's didn't making points, so now he needs to start to make points for get this set. That's the first point.
There it is. Yeah, psyched out. Miramontes got that skip, huh? Two skips in a row. 2 quick points for Andre.
That's the look that's a good look I sent him, saying like, he need points, baby. Make some points. If you can look how the ball comes to the back and then get slowly, like on the back, the ball didn't came back, you know, like feel slowly the ball in this court when it's on the back, so.
So that's the slowness that the players were kind of talking about yesterday when they were on the courts.
That's another change of movement.
Some great gets from Miramontes.
Another skip. It's the third skip he have in this set.
Yeah, I think this is a good timeout for Nikolai Miramontes. Down 6 points now in game 2. We'll be right back with more of our first quarterfinal here live from Monterrey. live here at the 2015 Monterrey Open, where we have Nicolai Miramontes on the court, staying warm because it's a little chilly here in Monterrey. He's down right now in game 2, 6-12. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me on the mic is Andre Parrilla's sister, Jessica Parrilla.
Yeah, thanks for God this match. It's not so tense because if not, I couldn't talk.
Right.
I couldn't speak anymore because I get so nervous when Andre's playing. But now I think he's taking the control on the match, and I hope he keep on doing that. So now the score is 12-6, and he won the first set.
15-4.
So let's see what happens.
Nice shot selection there from Miramontes. He has Parrilla on the floor over to the left, and he goes down the line.
And again, after he take the timeout, he do the side out. I hope he don't start to make points again. No, please.
Oh, a little fake out, huh?
Yeah.
That's,
nice cross pass.
Great
Nice crack.
rally. Great rally there between Parrilla and Miramontes. I like that fake out from Andre. That was interesting. Yeah. All of that, and there's a side out there for Parrilla. Nice hustle. Great pass from Miramontes.
Yeah, I think Andre needs to take more ceilings and wait for the ball comes easy from Nicolai.
Yeah, I think maybe he needs, Andre needs to take back some control. Maybe that's one way for him to do that. Nicolai really utilizing his power right now against Andre. And he has that intensity. He's going and going and going. Looks like Andre's gonna go ahead and take a timeout, see if he can break up the momentum here that Nicolai has gotten from his last timeout. We'll be right back with more from Monterrey. We're back live in Monterrey. For those of you watching at home, we've had a really intense draw here so far at the 2015 Monterrey Open. If you want to follow along at home, you can go to bit.ly/MTY2015. We were talking earlier about how we have a lot of young faces here in the quarterfinals. In fact, the only one who's ever won a championship is Anthony Herrera. Coming up after this, we have Jordi Alonso versus Edson Martinez, both players from San Luis and both medal juniors. Anthony Herrera and Jaime Martel at 12 p.m. And then at 1 p.m., Christian Longoria, the current 16 and under world champion, junior world champion, against Rodrigo Montoya, the current 18 and under junior world champion. Some really exciting matches here. The draw was tough as we had some big upsets like Nicolai Miramontes taking out number 6 Felipe Munoz. We had Rodrigo Montoya taking out Jake Bredenbeck, and Edson Martinez taking out number 2 David Bobby Horn.
I think he also practiced that shot on the tournament.
Yeah, we get a little flash here on the WRT. We got some players between the legs, behind the back. Some pretty impressive athleticism to be able to do that.
Yeah,
for
yesterday
sure.
I saw Jake Bredenberg do a crazy shot like that.
Yeah.
In the middle of the legs, and he killed the shot like.
like a flat rollout.
Yeah,
And you're like,
like
how
a
do you do
flare
that?
line. I was like, what the hell is doing Drake?
Nice serve.
Score is 8-12 right now. I think Nicolay starts to play better when the pressure is up on there. Yesterday I saw him playing with Felipe, and he was like very relaxed and normal, but playing not so well. But on the tiebreaker, when Felipe started to put pressure on him, he responds very well, and he starts to kill the ball like so much better.
It's funny how you need that pressure maybe sometimes.
So now the ref called an avoidable ball. So that's a
Be
side out.
Penalty hinders side out.
He's taking Nicolay to the back, waiting for the ball. Comfortable for him, and
Unfortunate skip. But it does sound like he was doing a little bit what you were talking about, which was hitting more ceiling balls and trying to take more control back here and break some of Miramontes' power and momentum.
Yeah, and he has to take care about that serve because he had 2 aces on the right side. So now there is the ball, and he has to kill the ball. Nice.
I feel like he's been using that shot a lot. That's working for him, definitely using more strategy.
Yeah, he's trying to move Nicolay over the court because he was on the middle, on the center of the court, and when he moves him with the cross pass, he take the corner. So
Side out. Andre getting some tips and pointers from his coach there on the side of the court, Fabian Parrilla.
second serve.
Double fault.
Double
Don't see
fault.
that too often unless it's Alex Cardona.
Yeah.
But he likes to go for it on that second serve, and occasionally it doesn't go his way.
Yeah, I think they need to put more focus on the court right now. Andre has a lot of side outs again, and he came back with the drive C serve. So Nicolay skip again. So
He gets that point. Yeah, Alex Cardona actually not in attendance here this weekend.
I think this is 14.
Oh, did he call that?
13.
Skip Miramontes all over the floor.
Nice. Yeah, that was a
Okay, that was game point.
Game point.
Match point. Sorry for those of you watching at home. It was tough to hear the ref, but that means Andre Parrilla wins Game 2, 15-9 over Nicolay Miramontes, which means he will move on to the semifinals later tonight, which of course we invite all the viewers at home to come back and watch the semifinals starting at 5 and 6 p.m. There's lots more racquetball to come, so don't go anywhere. Coming up next is Jordi Alonso versus Edson Martinez, 2 San Luis players, 2 junior players who are medaled in Edson Martinez.
Yeah, Jordi is a junior
upsetting.
player, but Edson, he had a long time playing. He started since he was like 10 years old. So he have a lot of experience, and it's going to be a good match. You know, in Mexico, they play always a lot.
Can happen. That's coming up next at 11. I'm Laura McCormick. We're the WRT. Thank you, Jessica Parrilla, for joining me. We appreciated having you on the broadcast.
Thank you for inviting me. I love to enjoy the WRT tournaments and the matches. And I'm happy because my brother is in semifinals.
There you go. Now you can cheer him on later tonight. And, of course, we wish you the best of luck. There is a Women's Open happening here this weekend, too, so good luck. I know your match is coming up at 12.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. We'll be back at 11 with more from the WRT.